Just a minute, there was a light flicker and system is restart. Just in a minute we'll start. As there was a little flicker in the presentation, we have to restart the system. Just give me a minute. We have just started due to the light flicker. It is system is restarted. We'll just put up the presentation in a minute. Okay, let us use the C++ model. Yes, participants able to view the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll implement it in C++. So over here we will have the main program as it is. There will be no change. And now let us use our entities directly. First, removing the content so that we will have some fresh code. Okay, so let us say we are implementing the stack in data structure as array. So stack as an array. Now we have that elements to be defined. That is size over here is again 100. So we make the global declaration for stack. Now one more thing is we have the pointer that is top, and initially top is equal to -1. So this is initialization of the stack. Now number of functions that we are going to implement. The first function is push. So it is void push. Push, we are going to push an integer value, that is data, and finally implement the code for that. So while pushing, you have to take care that you have to increment the top by one position. So from -1, top will become 0 as we increment top by 1, and simply push the data on the stack. Stack, we use the pointer top and is equal to data. Now we are just pushing it, we are not taking care that whether the stack is full or not. If you want, we'll implement that and then move again. Well, so I'll first discuss about pushing the data. Now second operation is pop. So we are going to return an integer value. So this pop function is not taking any arguments, that is void. So how to do the topmost arrangement is simple. We will take an integer value temp t is equal to stack. So we are reading from the top. Top is the reference, and then you reduce the top by -1. So top minus minus. Then finally return t. So these three simple steps will make our arrangement and push and pop. So when you are not working with the size greater than 100, you don't worry about that. But over here, when to stop popping is one of the conditions. But let us see how push and pop will work for us. Simple, you will put push 10, push 20, push 30. Simply push 40 is 1. Now let us pop it. So we can say this is the simple. If you observe the tower of Hanoi example, so we can say this is disk. Let us start from over here. It is the last disk. This is the last disk, and this is the first disk. So which will be inserted first. So 10 will be inserted first, and for the last, because it is for instruction is in sequence. Now let us pop it. So how to do this pop operation? We'll put cout. Simply pop it. So pop, and let us check what will be the output from the following code. Okay, there was little error, that is hello world int stack. Return spelling mistake is there. Yes, you can see the output. The last element which was pushed on the stack is 40. So your first pop is returning you 40. That is the top of the stack. Now simply if we move to the next statement and pop one more value, let us check what will happen. Yes, participants, you can see after 40 the next value which is popped is 30. Let us use one more outcome. So we have total 4 inserts and 4 output. You can see 10 was inserted first, but it is retrieved at the last. So therefore, we say that this data structure is nothing but a LIFO data structures. Yes, participants able to understand the concept, or any question in implementation of stack using arrays? It is very easy example. This is the easiest example. Yes, participants able to view the code and analyze it. So we have implemented only two functions, push and another is pop. Now assume that your stack is having one more. By default you are going to don't know the size of how much to be pop. I use another statement. So what will happen is it is giving me a null value, that is a garbage. So I have never inserted 0, but it is giving me the garbage value. So to avoid this, we have to use the function that is to estimate that stack is empty. Okay. So instead of getting two zeros or some garbage values at the end of popping for unknown data which is not there, so this condition is to be avoided, and therefore we have to implement other two functions, that is stack full and stack empty. So first we'll implement stack empty. Int is empty function. Talking about the stack is empty. So based on the value of top, so if top less than equal to -1, what should be written? We should return 1, that is stack is empty. Else return 0, that is false, that is no stack is empty. So where to use it? We should use it in pop. Over here, if not is empty, then we will execute this code, that is entire return statement of t. Else we must print the contents. We should print, sorry, we should use cout and display stack is empty. So over here we are talking about stack empty positions, and finally you should return some value from over here. So let us return some negative value. So we put return -n. So this is negative value. We expect that 999 will never be a number used in stack. So let us check whether we are getting the results. Again, okay, return statement R. There is some spelling mistake. Is empty not equal to 1. There is some error. Okay, so it says that is empty is not declared in the scope. It simply means that we have to take this is empty above the pop statement. So I'll put it above pop statement and the error will be removed. You can see that we have used two pop statement which is not required. So this was two pop statement, and we get that stack is empty twice. Everyone getting? Yes, participants? Or instead of returning minus 1, we can also return a null value. The cases null is giving error, and let us check if it works. It is giving 0. Yes, participants understood the use of isEmpty function, which is being called over here. So isEmpty is implemented if top is less than equal to -1, then it will return 1, else it will return 0. So before copying anything, we will first check that either it is available because stack is not empty, and if it is not empty, then you can pop it. Now similarly, suppose your size of this data is very less, say 5. So what will happen? We should check for data is going out of the bound of arrays. So this will happen. So that is the condition of stack full. We will implement the stack full above push because we are going to check it above push. So int is over here. We are just going to check it based on the top. So if let us check if not. If not stack full, call it, and if it is true, then and then only all the data will be updated in the stack. Else /n stack full. So let us see whether we get this stack full result somewhere. So over here it is 4 only, therefore we don't get any stack full. Let us push one more data so that we will get the stack full conditions. So push 50, push 60. You can see while pushing 50, the stack is full. Everyone getting the concept about stack full and sorry, I will put it, this will be more clear. So when you are inserting the element that is top of the stack, that is 60, we are getting this error, not by 50. So we check when the stack is full. So while 50 it is no error, but when you are inserting 60, yes, there is the stack full error. Everyone getting the use of stack full and stack empty, or any queries? Yes, participants. Okay. So as far as today's session practice this C++ code, I'll provide you in the chat box, and prior to that we will give you the today's attendance code. So it is CO, and it is session number 01, and it is 33. I think 32 we have used. So you can give 33 as the code for today's attendance. I'll share the code for today's stack-based implementation. So one function at a time. Second, we will be using the push function. So how to push the contents on the stack. Next is the isEmpty, and after that we'll be using the pop function. So int pop is another important function that is retrieving contents from the stack, and the main function where we are getting the use of how to insert the contents and how to retrieve the contents from the stack. Just introduced to an interesting topic. We have just started with the interesting use of stack, that we have to remember that it is a LIFO data structure. Yes, participants, any query or questions? So if we don't have any questions, we'll stop the session over here. Thank you very much.